Hey, how's it going? This is Mark Prindle from markprindle.com. Today I'm wearing an Aflac duck. You know, sometimes you run across a record album that you see and you go, why does that exist? That shouldn't exist. That's pointless. Why would somebody do that? Why would they release that? Why would someone buy that? For example, the average disco band, Music of the Beatles goes disco. Why did I pay $8 for it? That's also a good question. Another perfect example, Floyd Kramer plays the Monkees. Why? Why would he lower himself to... Another one, Don Henley building the perfect beast. But one day, I ran across an album whose existence seemed so utterly worthless, pointless, stupid, unnecessary, and ingrateless that I had to purchase it and show it to you today. This album, Never Mind the Bollocks, 1983, by the Bollocks Brothers. Let's listen to it together. Oh. As you can see, it appears to be a synthesized electronic version of the Sex Pistols' popular album, Never Mind the Bollocks, from 1977. This band, the Bollocks Brothers, was led by a British DJ named Jock McDonald. And they apparently did lots of silly albums like this, but first listen. Pretty good, right? Pretty necessary in the history of rock and roll music. Alright, so let's try another track because it can only get better. I'll tell you one thing about this album that happens though, oh they have other albums too, I don't know any of them, is that it makes you realize exactly how catchy and melodic all these songs were. And I was aware of this. People, I guess at the time, complained, oh, they can't play the Sex Pistols, they can't play their instruments, they don't know what they're doing, it's just noise. But these songs are so hooky, even in their original versions. And you know who else agrees with me? Okay, I'm going to show you one more example because there's an interesting story behind this one, in addition to it being absolutely awful. This is their version of God Save the Queen. First of all, it's really rocking pretty hard, as you can hear. Secondly, the guest vocalist they got here to sing, sing.
God Save the Queen. The Empire Machine.
You hear him?
He
was apparently some crackpot who was arrested for breaking into the Buckingham Palace. Bollocks Brothers thought, hey, that's great, this guy broke into Buckingham Palace. He must be a talented songman. Let's get him on our album, Never Mind the Bollocks, 1983. Yes, the Bollocks Brothers. Oh, that's his name, Michael Fagan. He's not Donald Fagan from Steely Dan, nor is he Michael Hutchence from In Excess. He's some sort of merger between the two. Apparently they also have an album called Slow Removal of Vincent Van Gogh's Left Ear, one called Horror Movies, but you can look into those yourself. Now let's take a listen to side 2. Side 2 I think is really where the more interesting material lies. We'll start off, of course, this song wasn't a hit, but it's a pretty good song. New York, you may have known this one, you may have seen this. New York was a song on, of course, the Sex Pistols album. Listen to what they did to it. That's insane, you know? It's just, it's keyboards. Here you can see here the famous BB fan club. I guess a lot of people over the years have covered, say, the Beatles music. Not only average disco band, but I have Beatles cover albums I have one by a marching band, I have one by the 101 Strings, I have one by the Chipmunks, and I also have albums by covers of Ramones albums. I have covers of about 9 Ramones albums in their entirety. I have covers by different bands. But this is the first time I've heard of anyone covering the Sex Pistols, Never Mind the Bollocks. And the question must be asked, why? Why would you cover this in this here? Let's try another track. This is the world famous Inner Healing. I mean, yes, it's a catchy album, but it was catchy to begin with. It's not like they needed to turn it electronic to somehow make it a better album. The album is already a classic. A known classic.
product for people to purchase. Well, why would they do it in such a way that it's a pointless rehash of a much better, more popular album? So in short, I think this is probably the best album ever released in the history of the world. And if somebody could do a cover of it in the form of slow, loud punk rock music, that might even make it better. Good night, God bless, and fuck you! No, I'm kidding about fuck you. Just God bless, and whatever other